Hello guys, welcome back to Chicken Skin. Today I'm going to do a review video on chapter 127 of Attack on Titan. So it'll be a little bit different from my last video, which was a reaction video, but hopefully this video will be better. It'll be shorter and it'll not have me just staring blankly into my phone. So thank you, I appreciate all the positive feedback from the previous video. So one of the first topics I wanted to address was Jean's future vision. A lot of people are speculating that this could be a reference for the future and one of the endings of the story. But honestly, I think the vision he had was just to give us the readers a what-if scenario. You know, it's understandable that John is going through a lot with having his whole world turned upside down yet once again. And he's coping with this by daydreaming about the girl he likes, about having a child with her, having happy thoughts, to escape the cruel reality that he's living in right now. To me, the vision is kind of to throw the reader off. Another scene I was impacted by was the campfire scene. So Annie, who's back, brought up the elephant in the room, which is, if Eren is unable to be talked to, what's gonna happen? Are they willing to kill him? So she asked everyone in the room, and in the forest, and it seems like no one who is from Paradis is really up for killing Eren, which is a surprise, honestly. Annie then questions Mikasa, and she gets obviously defensive because it seems to me that she still can't break away from the Eren curse. And I'm not sure if it's because she's an Ackerman or it's because she loves him or what it is that's making her not have character development. Now, honestly, it's really upsetting to me that Mikasa's not changing as a character. Since we first saw her on the first episode, she was an Eren fangirl, protected him, and still after many years, after him telling her she's a slave, after her having to be independent and think for herself, she comes back immediately to being incapable of making a hard decision of going against Eren. So honestly, I was disappointed in Mikasa. I really don't think she's gonna rise up as a lot of people are thinking and be the one to defeat Eren. It's not looking like that's gonna happen. So I really thought Mikasa was gonna change because in the last previous chapters, she is on the boat with Eren when they go to Marley, and she is one of the few people I feel that actually sees that Eren was in pain, that was conflicted and was alone. Eren seemed bothered throughout the whole time there, seeing how Paradis was racist and was unaccepting to other cultures, and it seemed no one really bothered to ask him what was wrong, but they knew that he was being distant. And Eren does open up to Mikasa. He does tell her, like, what do you see me as? He changes his cold demeanor for 1 second to her, and she could have helped him there, but like she says, you're just a family to me. She shuts him down, and basically after that he leaves because she left him to be alone to face his problems. And I thought from that point of view, for her realizing that she could have said something, now she was gonna be independent. Now she was gonna realize that she has to make a hard choice. But again, I really doubt that she's gonna do anything, honestly, and I'm not sure why we're dwelling on her right now. Okay, moving on from that, we also finally get to see Reiner's confession that he killed Marco. Now, I was never a huge Marco fan, but it was nice to get a reaction from one of the original characters, which was John. I'm glad that John did not kumbaya and forgive Reiner and hug it out. He actually did something unexpected and beat him severely. And I like that. That was very realistic, honestly, because it felt like this story was going to the Avengers Marvel route, where it's like, let's all team up, forget our past, and defeat the greater evil. But they are gonna team up, but they're not just gonna hug it out, which was good. I do feel bad for Reiner because although he is a killer, everyone else in the story is as well. No one in the story is innocent except Falco. But it seems like he is always the one having to suffer, getting the short end of the stick. Also, I am glad that Annie did ask if Jean hated her as well, and he did not respond to her, because in the end, she already suffered and was tortured by killing Marco. She didn't want to do it, it was an order, and I feel like in the end she really wasn't the one responsible for it, so I'm glad he didn't torture her as well as he did Reiner. And yeah, I mean, he kicked Gabby, but some people are gonna like that, but it was whatever. It was kind of stupid how he just kicked her and stopped, but I guess he does have a little bit of morality in him. And finally, Magath, I think that's how you pronounce his name. My god, this man is equivalent to trash. So he's racist, he's stubborn, he's entirely wrong. Jean was right in saying that Eren would have never done what he's doing now if it wasn't for Paradis. Not Paradis, sorry, if it wasn't for Marley attacking them. And it was really interesting seeing how everyone had their own sides, and at the end of the day, I believe Gabby realized that she was wrong about Paradis, about calling them devils. She apologized and asked for help, which was really good for her to do, and I'm happy for that. I also like that Hanji explained to Jean that they are devils to these people. If you see it from their perspective, they hear that these people are monsters that can turn into huge titans and kill people, and they are witnessing this happening, so from their perspective they are devils. And Hanji realizes that. I do not agree with Hanji saying that we should let this go, because yeah, whatever happened to Marley did happen thousands of years ago, but what's happening now is affecting real people, with killing everyone in Paradis, with sending Reiner and Berthold. All that was recent, that's not history, that's present, and I think that that's something that needs to be addressed. You can't just forget that, especially if it was people that you were alongside. Okay, but in conclusion, the chapter seemed very short, even though it was the regular 45 pages. It seemed very short. I really wasn't that excited about it. There was a lot of talking back and forth. We really didn't get anywhere. And even after they discussed about who's right, Paradis or Marley, they still didn't get anywhere. I think the only one that had a change of heart was Gabby when she apologized, and Jean being able to forgive, but it's still nothing is changing. Anything can still happen. Marley can still say they're gonna terminate Paradis once this is over. So it wasn't the best chapter. It wasn't that exciting. Looking forward to the next chapter. We need Eren's point of view as soon as possible. Also, Floch is there taking hostage, I think, of the Asian woman. I forgot her name. I'm not sure where that's going. Seems like Floch is gonna die then pretty soon. And hopefully we get another Eren's point of view chapter, because he is actually the star of this show and he makes it go. So if you have any comments or anything you want to talk about, I'll talk to you in the comments. Always comment. Thank you for everything. Bye bye.